Hola a todos, vamos a revisar este juego que se llama Synchronicity. Tomorrow comes today. El mañana viene hoy. Esta es una recomendación de una amiga del canal, Lady Fantasma. A ver qué tal está. Y si no me gusta, ya sé a quién reclamarle, ¿eh? No te creas. Igual, espero que estés bien, te mando un saludo si estás viendo esto. Para los demás, no sé si conozcan este juego o no. No sé nada al respecto de este juego. Pero lo tenía en mi lista de juegos y una vez buscando qué juegos jugar me lo recomendó ella. Y pues le dije, mira, sí lo tengo en mi lista de juegos. Pero nunca lo jugué. Entonces dije, ahora que estuve otra vez viendo la lista de juegos, ¿qué juego ahora para el canal ahorita en esta temporada otra vez? Lo vi y dije, ahora sí vamos a revisarlo. Vamos a ver, ajustes, ¿qué tiene? Volúmenes, se acabó la música, ya no hay música. No, ahí está todavía, pero está volviendo a empezar, parece. Ahí está. Volumen parece estar todo bien. Hice una prueba de audio y se escuchaba bien. Subtítulos están en castellano. Francés, italiano. ¿Qué es? ¿Es ruso? Inglés, alemán. Okay. Y voces parece que solo está en inglés y en alemán. Lo voy a dejar en inglés. Yo creo que sonaría mejor en alemán, pero lo voy a dejar en inglés para... Me gustaría mínimo saber qué están diciendo. Por si de repente alguno... A veces dicen cosas que no tienen subtítulos y me gusta saber qué dicen, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a darle... Necesitaremos el tutorial. Vamos a ver el tutorial. No sé si necesite tutorial. Bueno, no. Pensé que me iban a salir con una escena de que... Tal vez debería moverme. Y para moverte, pícale a este botón. Ok, no, entonces no creo que sea muy complejo. Creo que es una aventura gráfica, es de Daedalic. Ok, está sencillo. Bueno, vamos, nueva partida. Veamos qué nos depara esto. Fictiorama Studios, asociado con Daedalic Entertainment, presenta... Oh no, no se mueve el reloj.
I don't know. It's too soon to say. We should let him rest.
No sé si todo el juego esté hablado.
He's been very feeble for weeks. He can't get up. He doesn't speak. Do you think we should call a doctor?
Call a doctor? Here?
You're right. Let's just hope he wakes up one of these days. Come on, my friend. Hang on. Don't give up. Please, let me
Tantas desgracias. ¿Pues somos nosotros el que están tratando de despertar?
Wake up, Michael. Come on, you have to wake up.
Justo estaba jugando Chrono Trigger y ahora también aquí me despiertan igual. Soy Michael. ¿Y tú quién eres? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién está ahí?
Who are you? Who's there?
Please, Michael, wake up. Wake up.
This silence. This darkness. Where am I? Damn it. I can't remember.
¿Qué está sucediendo? ¿Qué es este lugar? Por favor, responde.
What's happening? What is this place? Please, tell me.
Michael, please wake up. You have to wake up.
¿Está como que al borde de la muerte o qué?
Michael? Is that my name? Please tell me where I am. I can't remember anything.
¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde te escondes?
Where are you? Where are you hiding?
Wake up, Michael. Please wake up. Wake up now.
Don't go. Please. Come back. Come back. This silence. This darkness. This emptiness.
Está todo tan vacío. ¿Quinque? Tengo algo en mi inventario, hace que no tengo nada. Y aún allá, en el más allá, en el vacío de la nada, llevo mi maletín conmigo siempre. Acto 1. Un campo lleno de ratas.
Good morning. I hope you're feeling better.
But...
Now don't be alarmed. I'm glad you feel strong enough to get out of bed. That's wonderful news. I must say you're looking much better, considering what you've been through, of course.
Who are you?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive my manners. You've been with us for so long that I forgot that you don't know who we are. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rod Atkinson. I was the director of the Municipal Property Registry before, well, you know, before the world collapsed on us.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Atkinson. But...
¿El mundo se colapsó? ¿Puedes decirme qué hago aquí?
Can you tell me what I'm doing here?
Yes, of course. I think we owe you an explanation. A few days after the Great Wave, we found you lying in a ditch near the airport. You were badly injured and unconscious. We couldn't just leave you there. Someone had already stolen your luggage and identification. It was awful. So we decided to take care of you ourselves and brought you here. You've been with us ever since. By the way, I should tell you that when we found you, your clothes were ripped to shreds, so we threw them away. The clothes you're wearing now are mine. You'll find more things in that wardrobe. If you need anything, just help yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Atkinson. But...
¿La gran ola? ¿De qué está hablando? Pero bueno, veo por sus explicaciones que me salvaron la vida. Estoy muy agradecido, señor Atkinson.
From what you've told me, I see that you've saved my life. I'm very grateful, Mr. Atkinson.
No, please. You don't have to thank us. We just did what we had to. It's our moral obligation to uphold the ethical principles of civilization in this new world. But call me Rod, please. And, well, we also did it for Colin, you see. What kind of future does he face if we accept that it's every man for himself, that no one cares about anyone else? It's a terrifying prospect, don't you think? We're just doing whatever we can to avoid that future, that's all.
Colin?
Yes, Colin is our only child. Our one ray of hope since the catastrophe. I'm going to confess something to you. Colin is the only reason my wife and I still struggle to keep going in this new world. We would have given up a long time ago if it weren't for him.
Of course. I understand. So that was your wife's voice that woke me up a few minutes ago, right?
My wife? No, that's impossible. My wife has been with me in the other room the whole time. We haven't come out of there for hours. But I'm glad you're feeling better and are fully conscious now. I guess we could say you've been reborn. And although the circumstances aren't the best, simply being alive nowadays is practically a luxury. So, welcome to our home.
Qué bueno que sí me da la opción de preguntarle de la gran ola, porque no tengo ni idea de qué está pasando aquí, pero algo... ¿Será como que un evento sobrenatural o algo así? ¿Qué es la gran ola? ¿De qué estás hablando?
The Great Wave? What are you talking about?
Well, what would I be talking about? That damned, excuse my language, explosion that brought ruin to all of us. The origin of this filthy new world that now seems to be our permanent reality. You look a little confused, if you don't mind my saying so. Do you really not know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I'm afraid not. Let me ask you.
Ha dicho con nosotros. ¿Quién más vive aquí?
You said with us. Who else lives here?
Ah, yes, of course. I still haven't properly introduced my family to you. Now is a bad time, but I promise to make proper introductions later. My wife and I sleep in the other room, and, well, little Colin sleeps with us.
¿Dónde estoy? ¿Qué es este sitio?
Where am I? What is this place?
You are in what I venture to call our home, our humble, hopefully temporary home. This is one of the many trailers that make up the refugee camp. And believe me, we can consider ourselves lucky to live between these four walls. Most of the inhabitants of this hellhole, excuse my crude language, have nothing more than plastic tarps and cardboard for shelter.
Wait a second. Did you say refugee camp?
Yes, of course. The Facility for Temporary Accommodation of Disaster Victims is what they called it. You know, after the army declared martial law following the catastrophe. But do you really not remember? Do you really not remember anything about all this?
I feel a little weak and dizzy, Mr. Atkinson. Excuse me. I'm afraid I can't. I can't remember a thing.
I see. There have been many cases like yours in the camp. Try to rest and not to get too agitated. Well, there's one thing I can tell you. You can consider yourself fortunate. There's nothing nice to remember about recent times, believe me.
Rod! Rod!
Creo que algo le pasa a tu
Excuse me, but
esposa.
I have to leave you now.
No, wait, please. What's happening? Don't go yet.
I'm sorry, I understand that you have a lot of questions to ask me, but now isn't the time. Believe me, I promise to answer each and every one of your questions in peace and quiet later. Sorry, but I have to go.
Rod, please, quickly!
Okay, all right.
¿Qué va a
Now
tener
that
un
you're
bebé
feeling
o qué?
better, you can go out and take a walk around the camp. But please be very careful out there. The world you knew before is gone. Heed my warning, don't touch anything. Don't talk to anyone. And don't get mixed up in anything. At least until someone explains to you how things work in this new world the Great Wave left us. Everything has changed so much out there.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
Ah, one more thing before I go. You've been with us for quite a while now, and we don't even know what to call you. What is your name?
My name? Michael. My name is Michael.
Very pleased to meet you, Michael. We'll talk again later, I promise.
Michael. That's what that disembodied voice called me. That must be my name. Wake up, Michael. That's all she said. Leaving me in this immense void where I can't remember anything. Great wave? New world? Refugee camp? But what the devil could have happened out there? I think it might be a good idea to go out there and take a look.
Así es, no tengo ni idea de qué está pasando aquí. Estoy tan confundido como el protagonista. Pero me imagino que eso es lo que quieren que sientas cuando estás despertándote aquí en este nuevo mundo, ¿no? Ahora, lo que no sé si es como que es como un acto o algo extraño sobrenatural. ¿O es un mundo postapocalíptico? ¿Cayeron bombas y cambió todo? Y dijo que no tocáramos nada y que no habláramos con nadie. Pero pues es un juego de aventura, click, point y click. Tengo que tocar y ver todo y hablar con todos. A ver, ¿puedo guardar? Sí, vamos a guardar. Cuando te dicen que no hagas algo, hay que hacer algo. Y si está mal, puedes cargar la partida y volver a intentarlo sin hacer eso malo. A ver, mi cama, sábana arrugada.
Well, look at that. When I pulled back the sheet, part of it got torn on the spring sticking out of the bed frame. I hope Rod doesn't notice.
Uh-oh. ¿Una saliente?
The bed frame under the mattress is so battered that one of the springs is turned into a very sharp protruding object.
Ok, eso no es nada seguro. Alguien se va a lastimar con eso. A ver. La lámpara, un quinque. Ah, eso era lo que veíamos, de que despertamos y no... Estaba todo vacío, pero prendimos la lámpara, que es un quinque, al parecer. No, un quinqué.
I'm not going to snuff out this oil lamp. This place looks sinister enough with light.
A ver, ¿esto qué es? ¿Un guardarropa? ¿Hay otra ropa que podamos usar?
Impossible. It's locked. I'm afraid my host forgot to unlock it before he left.
Ah, sí, dijo, ponte lo que quieras de ropa, no hay problema. Pero no, el muy bueno dejó cerrado eso. ¿Hay algo para comer? Tengo hambre, estoy muy delgado. Ok, no hay nada. Nomás podemos abrir y cerrar. Tapa de olla.
There's a very worn old notebook hidden under the lid. The cover is practically falling off the spiral binding. It looks like someone stashed it here some time ago, and then forgot about it.
Ok, ¿estaba un cuaderno oculto o algo así? Y no solo se llevó la tapa, se llevó los dos, la tapa y el cuaderno. ¿Podemos ver el cuaderno?
It's an old accounting ledger that still has a few blank pages left in it. From what's written in here, it looks like someone was using it as a diary, before ripping out almost all its pages and leaving it inside the oven in the trailer.
¿Será solo algo de estilo o arrancaron cosas que no querían que alguien viera? He vuelto a hablar con sus abuelos, con mis padres muertos. Sus ausencias son cada vez más largas y aterradoras. Su madre está sufriendo demasiado. Hemos acordado guardar el arma con 2 balas dentro de la caja de galletas. Que Dios nos perdone cuando se vaya, pero no hay futuro para nosotros sin él. El rugido de esa brecha en el cielo sigue aterrando a Colin. El altismo o el autismo ha decidido rasgar el cielo y anima a sus ángeles a castigarnos a través de la herida. Nos dice el padre Blake, es un hombre santo. Mis subordinados, mis compañeros, mis superiores. ¿Es que ya nadie se acuerda de Rod Atkinson ahí fuera? Pero debemos ser fuertes por el niño. La gran ola no podrá arrebatarnos quiénes somos. ¿No puedo ver nada más? ¿Es todo lo que hay? Okay. Parece que es todo. Okay. Te dije que no tocaras nada y ya estás tocando todo lo que hay al alcance. ¿Qué crees que estás en un juego de point and click aventura? Ok. ¿Podemos salir o podemos curiosear qué está pasando acá? A ver.
It's no use. It won't open. I heard Rod bolt it from inside.
Ok. Tú no sé... Esos gemidos no sé si era de que estaba o lastimada o estaba dando luz o alguna otra cosa extraña. No sé.
Impossible. It's locked. I'm afraid my host forgot to unlock it before he left.
Ok, creo que es todo lo que hay aquí, ¿verdad? Ah, no, mira, aquí hay fotografía familiar.
It's an unframed snapshot, stuck directly on the wall of the room. 2 adults and a child, smiling at the camera, in what looks like an enormous yard. One of them is Rod, my host.
Ok, se me olvida que también... O sea, el clic izquierdo es para interactuar y el derecho es para ver. Me está faltando ver las cosas antes. Creo que es recomendable ver primero y luego interactuar. Porque, por ejemplo, es de que hay una bomba ahí. Y en vez de ver la bomba, la tocas y ¡pum! Explotas. Y ya. Es que debiste ver primero la bomba y dice, oh, la bomba está activa, tal vez debería desactivarla. Y ya que la viste y interactúas con la bomba, la desactiva, ¿no? Es como que una lógica extraña de los juegos de aventura.
The spring sticking out of the bed frame is as sharp as a knife. Better not touch it. A depressing sight. A damp mattress on a bed frame and dirty, rumpled sheets. This is the bed where I've been convalescing all this time. With the glass in the door broken and that thick coating of grease lining it, I doubt anything's been baked in this oven for a long time. This oil lamp is the room's only source of light. The flickering of the flame makes the room look ghostly, like in a dream. More like in a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Ah, aquí hay algo en la cocina, a ver.
A pile of frying pans, plates, and dirty silverware waiting to be washed. Ugh, this place smells like a cheap, greasy spoon.
Rawr.
I can hear people whispering on the other side. It's the door Rod went through after hearing those moans, the same one he made sure to bolt shut.
Okay, creo que ya vimos todo, ¿no?
The old closet Rod told me about. It's funny. With the glass in the door shattered, my reflection in the mirror is fragmented, like a photo ripped into little pieces and taped back together.
Okay, creo que ya es todo. Imagino que ya podemos salir a ver qué hay acá afuera. Vamos a descubrir qué hay más allá afuera.
Good God. What the hell happened here? Rod was right. I don't know what hit this place. But whatever it was, it struck into its very foundations. without any mercy whatsoever. What's happening now?
You better hide, dude. Don't you know that it's dangerous to show your face when the cleanup brigades come into the camp? You're new here, aren't you?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Well, welcome to your new home. I'm Hank, but everyone calls me the Hunter.
I'm Michael. But what's going on up there?
Nothing, Mike, just routine. The cleanup brigades are taking away a sick person, a dissolved. You know how it is, just doing their job. Ironically, that house belongs to one of the camp moles. Those traitorous scumbags.
Brigades, dissolved, moles. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember anything.
Oh, I see, you're a blankhead. Well, you better get up to speed real quick if you want to survive here, Mike. Find me if you need help, dude. I can get you whatever you need. Doesn't matter where it is, how fast it runs, or where it tries to hide. That's why they call me the Hunter.
All right, I'll remember that.
Come back here! Don't take her away! Don't you know who I am? Come back here!
Mala idea.
They shot that poor man in cold blood. But why did they do that? Hey, Hank?
¿Qué quieres que te disparen a ti también o qué?
I'm afraid he's gone.
Ok, entonces este debe ser uno de esos juegos que te puedes morir bien fácil, ¿no? Oh, me estoy glitchando.
But what's happening? What is this? What the hell's going on here? Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
A ver, algo se cayó aquí.
The enormous trailer that serves as a home for Rod and his family. I find it hard to imagine that this heavy old monstrosity ever traveled on the highway.
A ver, ¿me quedo afuera o me meto? No vaya a ser que si me tardo mucho tiempo afuera me maten o algo. Vamos a guardar. Apenas empezamos y ya tengo 2 saves. Ok.
It's the lot outside Rod's trailer. The ground is covered with trash, scrap metal, and broken glass. Something tells me it might not be a good idea to walk around here barefoot.
Ah, sí. Hay que buscar unos zapatos entonces. Tendremos que buscar una forma de abrir el closet. Okay. Entonces, si voy a hablar con él, ¿me voy a lastimar? ¿O nomás tengo que tener cuidado de por dónde camino?
This tangle of metal was a driver's door once upon a time.
Y no sé si ese glitch que se vio fue como que una vista al futuro. De que todo va a estar todavía más feo de lo que ya está.
Ouch!
Ouch!
I managed to rip open the sole of my foot in a rusty nail.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's not good to walk around barefoot in this enormous trash heap. You won't get very far without shoes.
Thanks for the tip.
The tip is yours to keep. But if you come near my things, you're a dead man. Understood? Wait, I recognize you. Aren't you the guy Rod's been taking care of in his trailer all this time?
Yes, I am. Do you know Rod?
Of course I do. Everyone in the camp knows Rod. You owe him your life. Don't doubt that for a second. Nowadays, no one in his right mind would do what he did for you. For a total stranger. That's what that poor devil is like. A sitting duck for the wolves of the new world.
Yes, I'm very grateful to him. But tell me, can I ask you a few questions?
A ver. Imagino que podemos preguntarle todo eventualmente, ¿no? Al menos de que le pongas, vuelvo a mis asuntos. Ese tiroteo, ¿podrías explicarme qué acaba de suceder aquí?
This shooting. Could you explain to me what just happened here?
Explain what exactly? That show the cleanup brigades put on? Someone got too chatty and ratted out a sick person, that's all. There's usually a pact of silence in the camp. No one likes to see one of their own in those ambulances. But in this case, the dissolved was a relative of one of the camp moles. Ironic, isn't it?
But they shot a man.
Yes, so they did. So what? The price of human life has gotten a lot cheaper lately. That needn't surprise anyone these days.
A ver, nomás que ya me quedé con la duda. ¿Será algo malo si me clavé el pie descalzo? Tendré que recargar y...
Well,
Así que voy a cargar y voy a tratar de hablar con él antes de salirme porque no... Esa sangre es mía, ¿no? ¿Me lastimé? ¿O ya estaba ahí? A ver. No falta que después salga de que... Oh, como pisé ese clavo, ahora me estoy muriendo. Y, sí, no se ve la sangre ahí.
he must be one of the inhabitants of the refugee camp. What the hell has he got in that shopping cart full of junk?
A ver...
A supermarket shopping cart full of plastic bags, ready to burst. This individual, who looks like a bum, never takes his eyes off it. And the swarm of insects fluttering around the merchandise don't either.
Entonces si trato de agarrarlo, ¿me mata? A ver, ¿podremos morir ya?
Hey, you! Don't even think of putting your paws on that shopping cart. Stay away from my stuff, or I swear I'll rip your guts out with my bare hands.
Okay, calm down. I won't touch anything.
Ok, no. ¿Y si lo sigo intentando?
Hey, you! Don't even think of putting your paws on that shopping cart. Stay away.
Ah, dice lo mismo. Ok.
Someone improvised a bonfire inside that drum. Although the smoke starts to irritate the lungs pretty quickly, it seems like the only heating system the camp inhabitants have. He must be one of the inhabitants of the refugee camp. What the hell has he got in that shopping cart full of junk?
Hey, te estoy escuchando. No lo está pensando, está hablándolo. Se ve que abre la boca. ¿Otra vez está glitchando esto? Ah, no.
Damn it. What's going on? It's amazing. Everything's changing again. Everything. Everything is mutating. And I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
Yo tampoco, estoy más confundido que tú. Ahora sí vamos a hablar con él.
Ouch! Damn it! This vacant lot is full of trash and broken glass. I managed to rip open the sole of my foot in a rusty nail.
Otra vez me pisé.
It's not a good idea to walk around barefoot in this enormous trash heap. You won't get very far without shoes.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
The tip is yours to keep. But if you come
Entonces tendrá que pasar eso siempre. ¿O?
Understood. Wait, I recognize you.
Yes, I am.
You would.
Yes, but tell me.
No sé si tenga que pasar eso siempre o puedo evitarlo, puedo buscar unos zapatos adentro. O...
Well.
Just.
Que no quiero que me pase de que ay, me morí de tétanos porque me pisé un clavo oxidado. Pero me imagino que no, a lo mejor no es gran problema como parece. A ver, zapatos. Hola, ¿no hay unos zapatos por aquí?
The old closet Rod told me about. It's funny. With the glass and the door shattered, my reflection in the mirror is fragmented, like a photo. Impossible. It's locked. I'm afraid my host forgot to unlock it before he left.
¿No podré usar la tapa como si fuera mis zapatos? Ha de estar oxidada también la tapa, ¿no? A mí se me hace que no hay nada aquí. ¿Podré usar la tapa?
Better not. The squeak of the protruding bed springs scraping against this metal lid would grate on my nerves.
Okay.
If I want to open up the closet, this isn't the way.
Okay. Entonces sí piensa, a lo mejor puedes abrir el closet con algo. Pero a lo mejor es normal que te piques los pies afuera. Porque si no encuentro qué hacer, pues no, pues voy a seguir avanzando a ver qué pasa. Si no nunca vamos a avanzar, ¿verdad? Porque haga lo que haga, si voy a hablar con el mendigo, va a caminar para acá y... ¡Ay, mi pie!
Damn it. What's going on? It's amazing. Everything's changing again.
Y podré agarrar eso que se está cayendo ahí.
Mutating. And I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything. It's the lot outside Rod's trailer. The ground is covered with trash. scrap metal, and broken glass. Something tells me it might not be a good idea to walk around here barefoot.
¿Qué hago? ¿Podré poner esto en el piso?
I'd better hold on to it. I don't think anyone else would be interested in this old dented piece of metal.
¡Au! Ok, no lo puedes usar. Ok. Pues imagino que es inevitable que te piques el pie. Así que vamos a seguir hablando con él.
Ouch!
¡Auch!
Yes, yes, but tell...
Ok, ahora sí, hablemos con él. He oído algo sobre una enorme explosión, la gran ola. ¿Qué demonios se refieren?
I've been hearing about an enormous explosion. The Great Wave. What on earth are they talking about?
What kind of question is that? Where have you been all this time? Sleeping in a cave?
Well, you could say that.
The Great Wave is the reason we're confined here like animals. The entire world went to hell in a handcart that day, and we went with it.
Entonces, ¿sí habrá sido alguna explosión nuclear o algo así o qué? Pero no tiene sentido esos vistazos al futuro o lo que sea. Eso he podido descubrirlo con mis propios ojos. ¿Podrías contarme algo más?
I've been able to see that with my own eyes. Can you tell me anything else?
Okay, I'll tell you what I know. The Great Wave hit us one Friday afternoon right out of the blue. I remember it perfectly because I'd just come out of an important meeting at that precise moment. I'd made a lot of money from a very fat contract. Yes, sirree, Bob. Very, very fat. First, we felt the ground quaking, as if a volcano was about to erupt right under our feet. I had to get out of my car and run. Then came the explosions. Glass broke. Buildings toppled. And then for weeks, the stench of corpses rotting in the streets. In just a few hours, that damn Great Wave set us all, with our businesses, our money, and our convertibles, straight back to the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages?
Of course! Are you surprised? In a matter of minutes, we were left with no electricity, no water, no communications. And after the initial chaos, the dissolved started to show up. And that horrible gash opened up in the sky. That stupid breach up there that no one in this hellhole has bothered to explain to us. The fact is that the remains of the old system only held up for a few weeks. And through the cracks, what you see around you started seeping in.
The new world, right?
Yes, indeed. You catch on fast. The new world was here to stay. Welcome to the future, son. Not exactly the way you pictured it, huh?
No. Pero imagínense si... Ahorita como estamos, dependemos de tantas cosas. Y con el solo hecho de que se vaya el internet es súper catastrófico. Es como de que, deja de funcionar esto, deja de funcionar esto otro. A veces vas a tiendas y no te quieren vender porque, no hay sistema. No podemos venderte esto porque no tenemos sistema en la computadora. Prefieren no venderte nada a que... Ok, sí, te quieres llevar esto, déjame, tomo nota y dame el dinero, aquí está el cambio y así. Todo está tan controlado por internet que si se va, es un caos. Ahora imagínense que se vaya la electricidad, que se vaya el agua, que se vaya todo. Sí, es un caos. ¿Estamos encerrados? ¿Qué te refieres a que no podemos salir del campo de refugiados?
Confined? Do you mean we can't leave the refugee camp?
Refugee camp? I've always found that term amusing. It seems like things on the other side of the fence work a little better. But here, look around you. Does this look like a refugee camp? It's an army detention camp, and you're a prisoner. Once you come in here, you lose everything, even your name. To them, you're nothing more than a rat, just another camp rat. You'd never be able to get through the gate. especially if you don't know anyone or don't have any contacts on the outside. Doesn't matter who you might have been before the old world collapsed. Believe me, I speak from experience. If you're just a camp rat, I'm afraid the only way out of here is feet first. I don't know if you get my meaning.
Of course I do. Thanks for your encouraging words.
You can keep the words, but come near my things and you're a dead man.
Ese tiroteo, ¿podrías explicarme qué acaba de suceder aquí?
This shooting. Could you explain to me what just happened here?
Explain what exactly? That show the cleanup brigades put on? Someone got too chatty and ratted out a sick person, that's all. There's usually a pact of silence in the camp. No one likes to see one of their own in those ambulances. But in this case, the dissolved was a relative of one of the camp moles. Ironic, isn't it?
But they shot a man.
Yes, so they did. So what? The price of human life has gotten a lot cheaper lately. That needn't surprise anyone these days.
¿Has dicho disuelta?
Did you say dissolved?
Of course, the dissolved. But what the hell's wrong with you? Those people are a real plague. They're sick, and, so they say, highly contagious. Let me give you a piece of advice about them. If you see one, run the other way like he was the devil himself. Even if they don't give you that deadly disease or drive you crazy with their trances, the cleanup brigades will kill you for hiding one. You saw it with your own eyes. They don't even respect their own camp moles.
¿Un topo del campo? ¿Qué es eso exactamente?
A camp mole? What is that exactly?
A spy. A stool pigeon. It's in the Army's interest to control the camp from inside. And so they pay some of the inhabitants to feed them information about what happens on this side of the fence. Who comes in, who goes out, who causes trouble. And, of course, who gets sick. They're scumbags, but very well-paid scumbags. And they have certain privileges that no one else in here has. Never trust a mole. They'll do anything to hang on to the favors the Army gives them in this hellhole.
Okay. I'll take your advice.
You're welcome. But stay away from the shopping cart or I'll rip your guts out. Got it?
¿Qué tanto tendrá en su carrito que está tan defensivo de eso? Cuéntame algo sobre Rod Atkinson.
Tell me about Rod Atkinson.
Well, I don't know him very well, but they say he's decent enough. Too decent for the times we're living in. Did you know that before coming here, he was someone important? I think he worked for the government, and he still has some good contacts on the outside. But they're not good enough to get that stupid do-gooder and his family out of here.
Stupid do-gooder?
Well, you know how it is. Rod is one of those good Samaritans who think they can save the world. He has helped a lot of people in the camp, but I think he's going to run into problems. I reckon that he's too weak for these times. I don't know how long he'll be able to survive.
You said he had a son. A pretty good reason to hang on, don't you think?
Yes, Colin. I haven't seen that kid running around here for some time. Do you know if he's all right?
I don't know. I still haven't seen him. His father told me about him.
Well, I'm glad he's not anywhere near me. That brat doesn't have anything better to do than to try to snoop in my shopping cart.
Well, I'll be going on my way. Good luck to you, pal.
Just be sure to stay away from my things.
Es muy insistente de sus cosas. Ok. No sé si tenga que ver algo lo que se cae de aquí. Pop. Tendré que agarrar eso que se cae. O es esta antena lo que se cae. No sé. Puedo interactuar con la puerta del automóvil. Necesito unos zapatos, pero... ¿qué? ¿Tendré que encontrar algo para abrir el closet o qué? Otra vez se está bugueando esto.
Oh no. Here comes that sensation again. It's like floating in a dense liquid, while everything around me is transformed. Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
Y no sé si sea malo esperarme así tanto y que pase algo... Que esa escena pase muchas veces, no sé. Ahí está mi sangrecita de que pisé el clavo. Si tratas de salirte o de acercarte a él, pisas el clavo, a fuerza.
This tangle of metal was a driver's door once upon a time.
¿Puedo abrirlo?
Time has left these hinges bent and rusted. There's no way I'm going to be able to break open this door with my bare hands.
¿Podremos abrirlo con la tapa?
I don't see anything here that could be covered.
¿Podremos tapar el fuego? No creo que sea una buena idea taparle el fuego a él, ¿va? A menos de que queramos cocinar algo. Y otra cosa que tenía duda es de que reportan a los enfermos. Pero ¿qué enfermedad o qué?
This is where I learned my first lesson in this new world. If you want to avoid problems, watch your step. Someone improvised a bonfire inside that drum. Although the smoke starts to irritate the lungs pretty quickly, it seems like the only heating system the camp inhabitants have.
Okay. ¿Hay algo más? ¿Chabolas? Sí, chabolas.
A bunch of shacks, trying valiantly to stay standing in a sea of mud and trash. I can't imagine how it must be to live in one of them.
Ten cuidado, no te vayas a pisar otra vez. Ah, no, está enfermo el niño, por eso estaba quejándose.
That must be little Colin, Rod's son. He looks unwell. Was that him I heard moaning in pain inside the trailer? That's Rod's wife. I heard her calling him from the other side of that door that just closed behind him. She looks worn out with those dark circles under her eyes. She looks like she hasn't slept in days. Rod seems upset and worried. What's going on in there?
A lo mejor él está enfermo, pero no quieren delatarlo, porque si no se lo llevan, ¿no?
From here, it looks like one of those metal boxes for Danish butter cookies. And judging from how worn it looks, I'd say that it's been reused over and over again.
¿Será eso lo que se cae cuando se distorsiona todo? No hay nada más. Colin, la esposa, Rod, las galletas. Creo que es todo lo que hay. Espero que no se den cuenta que estuve espiándolos. Ya que los vi, ¿podré hacer otra cosa? Acá. Pisé un clavo oxidado. Me voy a morir. Me van a reportar. Me van a disparar. Y game over. Knock knock.
It's no use. It won't open. I heard Rod bolt it from inside. I can hear people whisper the same.
Que no. Estaba esperando que después de ver la ventana algo cambiara aquí adentro, pero parece que no. Lo único que se me ocurre que sea como que el objetivo de aquí es encontrar zapatos para poder salir más allá de aquí del campo este. Y la otra pista es también de que las cosas que caen aquí... Podré poner la tapa para recolectar lo que cae aquí antes de que caiga. Ok, no, dice no. ¿Quieres que use eso ahí? ¿Cómo?
Can I ask you a few questions?
I'll answer anything you want, as long as you don't get near my stuff.
¿No tendrá unos zapatos? ¿Puedes contarme de nuevo todo lo que sabes sobre la granola? ¿Podrás explicarme a qué ha venido el tiroteo de antes?
Could you explain to me what the shooting was about again?
Explain
Bueno, es lo mismo, ok. Ok.
Can you the dark
Como escupe.
Well,
Just be.
Okay.
a supermarket shopping cart full of plastic bags, ready to burst. This individual, who looks like a bum, never takes his eyes off it. And the swarm of insects fluttering around the merchandise don't either.
Es que lo que se me ocurre es tapar esto. Si tu objetivo es tratar de ver qué tiene esto sin que él se dé cuenta, a lo mejor tendrías que molestarlo de alguna manera para que se tenga que levantar y irse, y luego tú agarres lo que hay en el carrito. Pero no sé si es lo que tengo que hacer, porque no quiero molestarlo a él, pero pues no sé qué más hacer. Si me trato de salir, no puedes porque no traes zapatos. Pero pues no sé qué más hacer.
Let's see. I could swear that the lid is just the right size for this drum. Perfect.
Oh no, ¿por qué estás molestándolo?
Damn it! What's going on? This damn shithole is going to be the end of us. They mean to kill us all. That's what they want.
¿Y luego qué? ¿Lo quieres matar a propósito?
This filthy shithole is going to be the death of us.
¿Para qué le puse la tapa? ¿Para molestarlo? Ya, hoy es mi oportunidad para revisar su carrito.
I'll have to do this quickly before this man stops
This
coughing.
filthy shithole
Well,
is
let's see
going
what
to
we
be the
have here.
death of us.
Ugh. I don't see anything but rotten food, tattered clothes, and trash. Wait a minute. It seems like there's also a small
They
billfold
mean to
with a
kill
bunch of
us
credit
all.
cards.
That's what they want.
What the hell is this guy doing with so much plastic money?
A person can't
No puedo quitar la
even
tapa,
breathe on this
ya que revisé eso. Bueno. Ok, ya me voy. Pobre tipo, no sé, no lo quería molestar, pero no veo qué otra cosa hacer. A ver, ¿qué son estas tarjetas?
These are the charred and misshapen remains of a bank card. I doubt it can be used in this condition, assuming there's anyone capable of finding a cash machine working.
¿Podré abrir el closet con la tarjeta? No sé si sepan, pero a veces que ha sido necesario, que me he quedado encerrado. No lo uso por otras cosas negativas, otras cosas malas. Puedes abrir una puerta con una tarjeta. Si metes la tarjeta y empujas lo que sujeta la puerta a la pared, haz de cuenta, la tarjeta entra y empuja un poco lo que está encerrando la puerta con el candado. Entonces pasas la tarjeta y empujas y jalas la puerta y se abre. No sé si para eso sea esto. Porque sí me he quedado encerrado en el baño y así, de que de repente falla la puerta.
Let's see if I can do this.
Ok, sí es para eso, muy bien. Yeah.
The mechanism gave way on the first try, but the card is trashed. For my sake, I hope that guy outside never finds out about this.
Eso esperemos. Ok, aquí hay unos zapatos. Y me imagino que no hay forma de hacer eso sin picarte los pies. O tendría que hacer esto antes de hablar con él. Pero también si quiero hacer esto antes de hablar con él, pongo la tapa y ya no puedo hablar con él. Pero bueno, vamos a poner los zapatos viejos.
First glance, I'd say those old loafers are too big for me, but Rod offered me any clothes I might need. And I don't see anything else around here.
Okay.
Not just yet. I'm grateful to Rod for his hospitality, but these old shoes don't look very clean. It won't take more than a few hours for the wound on my foot to turn really ugly. And the last thing I need now is a serious infection.
Ok, entonces ahora el siguiente quest es curarte la infección. Ok. Aquí tenemos una botella de whisky. Eso puede ser para la herida. Una funda de almohada. Puede servir de una venda, ¿no? Ok, a ver.
A high-proof whiskey, and by the looks of it, an expensive one. The bottle was hidden in Rod's closet. I suppose that despite his apparent strength, That man needs to escape his problems from time to time.
A ver, y la funda de la almohada.
White, folded, with a scent of fabric softener. It's sad, but this pillowcase is the nicest thing I've seen since I woke up.
¿Podré mezclar esto con esto?
For now, it's just a pillowcase. I don't see any point in soaking it in liquor.
Quería mojar esto con el alcohol y para desinfectarme la herida. ¿No será así? ¿Lo vas a hacer directo?
I took it out of here. Why would I want to put it back?
No, contigo. En tus patas.
I'd only end up scratching or breaking it. Best to leave it alone.
No te puedes desinfectar los pies. No, ok. ¿Cómo me desinfecto el pie? A ver. ¿Así? ¿No hay una forma de usar los objetos en mí mismo? Parece que no.
Okay. Let's see how well this protruding bed spring can cut.
Ah, ok. No te ibas a poner una funda de almohada así nomás sin hacerle tiras, ¿no? Para que fuera como una venda. Ok, tiene sentido. ¿Ahora sí puedo revolverlo?
I'll use a little of what's in the bottle to soak the bandages.
Ah, ahí está, ok, sí. Sí, tiene sentido. No lo culpo.
A handful of bandages soaked in scotch. I guess I just came up with a homemade antiseptic.
Así es. ¿Y cómo lo uso conmigo mismo?
I'd only end up scratching or breaking it. Best to leave it alone. Putting these bandages on this wouldn't help me at all.
Ok, los zapatos.
Here goes. I'll use the bandages on my foot. I hope the alcohol is enough to keep it from getting infected.
Ok, entonces...
Pray this improvised remedy doesn't lead to a delightful case of gangrene.
What bastard put a lid on the drum? You tried to suffocate me, you bunch of assholes!
I think that guy out there just discovered the reason for a sudden coughing fit.
Some coward in this shithole wanted to suffocate me! Me! Who was it? Who was it? Come back here so I can give you back your lid, you son of a bitch!
Yo no fui.
Did you hear that noise, Rod? What's going on out there?
I don't know. I'll go have a look.
¿Ya ves lo que haces por no dejarme el closet abierto?
It's that poor drunk who's always hanging around the trailer. He's kicking up a fuss again. It's a good thing poor Colin can't hear his insults.
Don't ever say anything like that again, Rod.
I'm sorry, honey. I wasn't thinking.
Ok, ya abrió la puerta, entonces ya podemos hablar con ellos. Y ya tengo zapatos que se ven del mismo color que mi pantalón. Pero parece que eso de que te picas el pie tiene que ser algo que sucede siempre, o si no, ese puzzle de las vendas con el alcohol no lo puedes usar. ¿Puedo cerrarlo? Ok, sí lo puedo cerrar. Porque luego va a salir él y... ¿quién abrió mi closet? ¿Quién se llevó mi whisky? Tú, ¿verdad? Y me dispara. Pa. Sigo teniendo el whisky. Ok. ¿Tendré que entrar acá? Knock knock. ¿Están bien?
What are you doing here? Get out of here. You've no business being in this room.
Rod, I'm sorry.
Oh no. Game over?
But what's going on?
Get out of here, Michael. You didn't see anything. Understood? Out! Out!
Uh-oh.
Excuse my outburst, Michael. I shouldn't have behaved that way. It's not like me. But this new world brings out the worst in all of us. It's just that I can't stand to see Colin suffer this way. So for your own good, please, stay away from this room.
Away? Why?
It's no use trying to hide it. You're bound to find out sooner or later. Colin is very sick, and the authorities claim his illness is highly contagious.
Highly contagious? Is he one of the dissolved?
Michael, I won't let anyone use that word in my house! Yes, Colin caught that damn disease.
Y si están muy contagiosos, si están ustedes encerrados ahí, no están enfermos ustedes también. ¿Y me voy a enfermar yo también? ¿En qué consiste exactamente la enfermedad?
And what exactly does the disease consist of?
I don't know, Michael. No one really does. The only news is what the army brings us. They say the disease is highly contagious, and it's our duty to turn over all victims to the cleanup brigades. But no one has ever come back after being carried off in one of those ambulances. No one. So we can't let them take Colin, do you understand?
Yes, of course I understand.
They say that all the victims are condemned, that there's no salvation for anyone, that at the end of their suffering and their trances lies certain death. I think that even the army is afraid of the victims. Really strange things happen around them, Michael. Things you wouldn't believe.
¿Qué cosas ocurren alrededor de los contagiados?
What things happen around people infected with the disease?
Strange things with no possible explanation.
¿Como
In
distorsiones?
their trances, they go places, Michael. They bring back information. They know things. They talk to people who are no longer with us. And we've been living like this for weeks. The things that are happening around Colin are getting more and more confusing and hard to bear.
Talking to the dead? Jesus. This man's nerves are shot from the exhaustion and stress.
Pero ¿cómo ha podido contagiarse Colin?
But how did Colin get infected?
We don't know. No one knows how the disease is spread. The only thing we know is that the disease appeared after the catastrophe, and that it's spreading like wildfire.
So the Great Wave brought the dissolved with it?
Yes, but don't use that word again. Not in this house, anyway. It's so cruel and disrespectful. In effect, that's the only thing we know for sure about all this insanity. The Great Wave took everything from us and left us with this epidemic.
What's happening to Colin is terrible. If only there was something I could do.
Well, Michael, you can help us. I'm convinced that our finding you was no coincidence. You've got to help us.
Pero tú mismo has dicho que todos los enfermos están condenados. ¿Qué se puede hacer?
But you said yourself that all the victims are condemned. What can I do?
No, all is not lost. In the camp there are rumors of a cure. It seems that in the city, on the other side of the fence, the victims have access to a drug. But we can't get it here. And my contacts out there, well, let's just say they can't do anything to help.
Implicarse es peligroso. He visto el tiroteo allá afuera. Además del posible contagio. Pero si existe un medicamento...
Getting involved looks dangerous. I saw that shooting out there. There's also the possibility of infection.
Infection? Are you afraid for your life, Michael? Without our help, you'd be dead right now. Dead. Don't forget that. What's more, I could help you in return. I could help you get back what you lost. Don't you see?
Give me back what I lost? But you hardly know me, Rod.
I know the essential part, Michael. I know that you're a blankhead.
Blankhead? What the devil does that mean?
A blankhead is a person with no memories, who can't remember anything. It seems that the Great Wave had an enormous neurological impact on certain people, Michael. You're not the only one, or even the worst case. There are people who even forgot how to talk and how to walk after the explosion. Some ended up dying of starvation. They forgot what food looked like, how to chew it, even that eating was a necessity. You can consider yourself lucky. You still remember how to keep yourself alive. And that's the important thing. The natural recovery process is slow. It can take months, if at all. Listen to me, Michael. A man without memories is just a shadow. Or even worse, he's nobody. I still have some contacts out there. I was an important man in the municipal government. I could trace your name, your data in public records, your fingerprints. I could restore your whole life in the blink of an eye. But please, help us.
Bueno, pues me ayudaste y ahora te tengo que ayudar. Estoy como que te la debo, ¿no? Pues bueno, así que existe un medicamento.
So there's a drug that can cure them.
Yes, but they say that producing it takes a long time and is very expensive. And so it's reserved for city dwellers who can afford to pay for it. Get us that drug, Michael. I beg of you, please. Colin's time is running out.
I'm grateful for your help, Rod, and for everything you people have done for me. But
listen to me, Michael. We know that it's possible that our son is condemned to die. In fact, my wife and I have everything prepared for when he leaves us. Our child is the only thing that keeps us holding on in the new world. Nothing would have any meaning for us without him. So if there is even the slightest chance of saving him, we are prepared to do whatever it takes. Please, Michael, help us. For God's sake, listen to him. He's just a child.
Rod, come in here, quickly!
Bring us that cure, and we'll help you get your life back. Colin is our only hope in this new world. Help us save our future, and I'll give you back your past. I promise you. Goodbye, Michael.
no, Rod, wait. Bring a drug? Is he out of his mind? That man wants me to put his son's life in my hands? I can barely remember who I am. When I probably wouldn't last more than a few hours out there. But Rod was right. A man without a past is nothing more than his shadow. He offered to help me get my life back, my memories. So if I want answers, I have only one possible course of action, to get that drug.
Entonces no hay de otra, tenemos que ayudarle sí o sí. Yo pensando que está alguien dando luz a un bebé o algo allá. Y el que estaba haciendo los gemidos era el niño. Y el que gritaba por ayuda era la esposa. ¿Cómo podía estar tan equivocado? Ok, bueno, pues vamos a buscar esa cura, a ver si podemos encontrarlo. Pero ¿sabes qué? Si hubieras querido que te ayudara, me hubieras dejado abierto esto y no hubiéramos estado en problemas. Pero ahora me voy a salir de aquí y me va a querer matar el tipo ese del bote del fuego. Si es que no está muerto ya él. Pero al menos ya tenemos zapatos. Bueno, aquí lo voy a dejar por ahora. Continuamos en el siguiente episodio. Vamos a guardar. Y continuamos en el siguiente episodio de Synchronicity. Gracias por ver, espero que les haya gustado. Y continuamos en el siguiente episodio. Sale, bye.